Ape crew in the building. It's been a long time, but I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been real busy. Ain't had a time to do anything. But today's video, I ain't had no choice. Got a starter, and it is on a 2012 Kia. I want to say Sorento. Don't get me wrong, like 2.4 GDI motor or whatever, but let me check to make sure that's what it is. Yeah, Sorento. So what we're about to do is try to figure this out. I got on YouTube, seen a lot of different ways. People pulled this off, people pulled that off. People didn't pull this off, they didn't do that. So I'm about to do my own way. I'm gonna take y'all through it step by step and see what tools that we use. It's not really much that it's looking like, but I mean, I've gained, you get the light on, a little bit of access to it. As you see, the starter is down up under all this, you can't tell, but one of the videos I watched, they took the throttle body off, or throttle position off, and did that. They said, oh, you can't get to it without this. There's no way to do that. So I really don't like when somebody tell me you can't and there's no way to do something. Maybe they just didn't go the right way about it. So there, got down on the ground up under here. I'm not sure how much you can see up in there if I even got the camera set up, but you can. That starter is right in there where that light is shining. I'm not sure what you can see. Let me try to see if I can get you in there now. Nope, there's not. Yeah, that starter's right in there. I'm getting ready to get it out, and I'm not going to remove a lot of this stuff. Because if you're at the front of the car and you get down up in there, you got this oil housing, whatever. They said, oh, you got to remove this off to get it out. I don't think I'm going to do that either. I'm going to do a little bit of fishing, a whole lot of fishing, because after I get it attached, removed, I'm going to try to get my hand up either in between somewhere, get the connector off the back of that starter, and then I'm going to fish it up through the top. I'm going to try to fish it up through the top. And I'm going to get the camera set up, and there's a little bracket up under here I'm going to remove too. I'm not sure if you can see, but when I pull it out, I'll show you exactly what it is. I'm going to try to get the camera set up, and we're going to get the starter off, because there's a lot of stuff I don't want to remove. I don't want to mess with the integrity of the O-ring on the throttle body. I don't want to mess with the gasket or O-ring if there is one on this oil setup or whatever this is. It might just be bolted to the side of the motor, but looking at it, it looks like it's a gasket to go in between there. I'm not trying to make a mess. So we're going to get the camera set up and try to get this thing off. I'll show you all the tools that I use to remove things. Stay tuned. Well, we have that bracket removed, whatever it was. I didn't necessarily remove it. It has a wire loom holding it on, so I'm gonna just leave it right there. That should give me enough space to finesse the starter out. So now I'm gonna go up top, and they say it's two 14mm starter bolts. We're gonna get those loose, and there's enough space for you to reach up in there and get the plug undone. So hoping that goes smooth, and we're gonna go from there, man. I'm gonna keep y'all checked in. We about to go up top and try to get those two bolts out of that, and we'll come back down here. All right, crew, if you're looking from the top up here, this is your throttle body and everything. You can pull this up out of the way, but right there, let me get the camera to focus in. There's a little screw and some spiders roaming around, but that bolt right there, I want to say is a 14mm, and there's another one up under it down here in this area. I'm about to get both of those loose, and then I'm gonna wiggle that starter over to the side, get the bolt off of the back of it and the plug out from underneath here. I'm going to reach through, and I'm going to wiggle that starter from in there. Let me get that. There we go. That's a little better. Should be able to get right in between here with the extension, unbolt the bolt out of the back and that plug. And then I'm going to finesse it up here. I'm going to move this over to the side, push that stuff down right there, try to shake it down in between there, pull it up through here out of this area right here without messing with that throttle body and that oil filter housing. I'm not going to try it. That's what I'm going to do. It might take a little bit, but that's what we're going to do. If you want to go the other route, we're removing that, and we'll make it a little bit simpler, but it's just, I don't like messing with the integrity of stuff that I don't have to mess with. So we're about to try to get those 2 bolts out. I'm going to check back in when I get them out. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the camera in position, but I might even go up through here, because you can also see the other bolt up through here. Let me zoom in on that. See if we can't get this thing to focus up there. There's that other bolt. So I might reach up in between there, get that one, and we're gonna fight to get this started out. So stay tuned. Very good at fighting, so might as well go for the fight. Stay tuned. All right, locking back in. We have both bolts out. Another important thing, remember to disconnect the negative terminal. And all I did was I didn't use anything special. I just went down in there with that, unbolted the other one, unscrewed it, and got it loose enough, took it out with my hand. So now I'm going to get down here and see if those are the 2 right bolts. I'm going to put my hand up on the start. If it moves, we're probably in there. If it doesn't, we're probably not. So I'm going to put this up in between there. I'm really not sure if you guys can see, but I'm gonna get you set up in a position so you can see if this thing moves. 8 family. We have the starter out. Throttle body still on. Let's get a plunger here. That oil thing that right there that they said we should remove, that's still on. So let me tell you what I did. I didn't remove all that. I did have to take this bracket off. You'll see it. I have a clip in the video in the beginning when I was removing this bracket. This definitely has to come out of the way. And the bolts for that were 12. Starter bolts, 14. 2 of those. Remember to disconnect the battery. And what I did was I pulled it across to the front right there. I'm not sure how good you can see or the camera angle what it's doing. And then I just fished it out right up through here. Pulled it right up through here. The other starter, I'm going to set down in there, turn it sideways, however I got to do it, get it in position, and then I'm going to get back on the bottom and get it fished back up in there. But it's not that hard to do. So, you know, if somebody tell you got to take that throttle body and the oil housing off, you don't have to do that. You can actually go around it. So we're going to get this one set up next to the next. Set next to this one and compare them, and from the looks of it, so far, everything is looking good. It's looking like we got a match. So we're gonna get this thing on there. This is the old one. This is the old looking, newish one that's going on there, and we're gonna get it bolted back up, man. Stay tuned. I'm not gonna sure if I'm gonna be able to get the camera set up in there and get in a good position, but it's not that hard. Took the 2 bolts out, fish it up through there. If you're mechanically inclined, it'll come to you easy. If you're not, you can figure it out. It's definitely something you could do at home. 2012, what is this? Kia Sorento GDI engine 2.4. Starter removal and replacement. It's that simple. 2 bolts for the starter, 14. That bracket right there, those were 12s, 4 bolts to go in that. And then everything else is just unplugging oh, the bolt for the back was a 13. This was a 13, and then the plug you just squeeze and unplug. And you can get up in there. There's a way you can get your hand up in there and get that bolt loose. You're probably going to want something small like this, or one of these if you got it. But stay locked in, stay tuned. This is just a quick little small job that's going to get us back going, because we're going to start messing with our projects and these dump trucks. Today's video was just on replacing this starter real quick. I was going to get as much footage as I can get, but if you don't know how to do it, this ought to get you close enough to figuring it out. Don't take rocket scientists. I don't know how much the shop is going to charge to do something like this, but, you know, looking out for family, I'm going to give them a sweet little deal, and Stay tuned, stay locked in, see what we got going on. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, see what's happening, man. We might be doing something that you might end up wanting to do yourself. All right, we're about to finalize this thing now. We're gonna connect this battery. I heard a little, I don't smell nothing, so, okay. As they do, smell test. I don't smell anything cooking. I'm going to connect the battery. We're going to let the jack down. See if it crank up. If it crank up, I'm going to bag it up and bag it out of here. Got the battery tight. We let the jack down, and I say this job will be clear. You cross my fingers. Wasn't too bad though. Wasn't bad as I thought it was, as they tried to make it. But thanks to that good old, what in the world? It's a chicken bone on top of the car. I wonder how the chicken bone got up there. Oh, here goes nothing. Key in. Uh-oh. Battery dead. So, let me go get my handy dandy jump box. But it did try to turn over though. So that let me know that as far as, I'm concerned, my job is done. I'll move my truck up out of the way. Tell them, come on, pick this thing up and get it up out of here. All right. Slide over here. Connect up the, I fool with Matco too. It's got a little jump box, but, I ain't a big fan of it, but it does its job from time to time. Let's hook it up. See what happened. We got it charging. Light came on. Let's hit that boost button. See if this thing start up. We got action. We running. Let me roll the window down. I don't want the door to end up locking. But this thing is running. 2012 Kia Sorento starter replacement. We out of here.